Good morning, Boquete. Good morning, Cherokee. Good morning, Volcan, Bocas del Toro, and everyone that's in earshot. And a special hey, Heidi, how to Veronica down in David, and of course, Bolivar, our engineer here in Boquete. You're listening to Boquete Now, talk radio on Radio Cherokee 103.3 FM, sponsored by Big Daddy's Grill and the ACCB. We have a wonderfully fantastic show for you today. We have Carol Cardinale and Alicia McGoigan from
Amigos de Animales.
Amigos de Animales. And boy, it's been a while since we had you on the show.
I know, it's been a while.
I know this little pandemic thing has kind of thrown scheduling to the wind, but I'm really happy
it has really affected us for the past year and a half. You know, we were having clinics the last Sunday of every month, and of course that had to stop. And then when we were allowed to start up again, we could only do very, very small ones. So, last year we did half the number of animals that we had done in the past.
Because you were getting up to 300.
Around 250. Around 250. Now we're back to the last Sunday of the month, and we're getting our numbers back up. But geez, in that time period, those cats and dogs were very busy out there.
I bet, yeah.
So we had a waiting list of about 500 last month. We're working through it.
Wow.
But it's been something. So it did a number on us.
And we want to definitely talk about the clinic and how you can volunteer and what's done over there. I know that when we first got here, Day and I volunteered for the first few months there, and I was with Ken on intake,
right?
Which was an experience. And then someone had come up to me and said, "Hey, we need some help with the cats." I said, "Okay, no problem." So that was when it was in the medicine room,
right?
I guess.
In the storage room.
So they stuck me and Carl in there, and it just handed us crates with cats, and they said, "Okay, gotta take the cat out of the crate, put the cat in the bag, and weigh the cat." And I have found out that then the cats really don't like being put in burlap bags. And after about 5 trips to the antiseptic station, we got 94 cats weighed in there.
The guys that do the cats, that's a tough job.
But you know what though? I ended up doing it 3 more times.
Yeah, come back.
Because there was a change in the process of doing that, to where the vet was putting the anesthetic in at the intake.
Yes, and Dr. Acelli is so good that she can get that anesthetic in them when they're in the bag.
Yeah.
She feels around and she does it. She's amazing. And Dr. Acelli's been with us since the very beginning.
And Day was in the recovery area.
Yeah.
Where you got to massage the cats and dogs.
That's where Carol and I are.
Excuse me, but so now I know that we got a lot to cover. So did you want to start off with the clinic?
Yeah, let's just talk about what we're doing right now.
Because maybe a lot of people don't know, there's a lot of new people here too.
Can I add something?
Yeah, add whatever you want, sure.
During the COVID situation, we realized that people hadn't had any food, they had no money, and we weren't doing clinics. So what we did was, we went and bought dog food. And cat food, and we distributed throughout the neighborhood.
Oh, that's great.
And we gave out
we're spending about $1,000 a month on providing, and we're still doing it, to dog and cat food, because there are people that honestly don't have enough money to feed themselves, much less their dogs and cats. So we have a network of people that distribute. We buy it in bulk and then divvy it up, and they take it around to all the fincas and all the other places.
And our collectors. The collectors that go out.
Carmen Cita still?
Oh yeah. Carmen Cita's back.
Yeah, she is. We didn't see her for a long time, but she was back last time.
She's amazing though, isn't she?
Oh gosh, yes. There isn't anything she isn't involved with as far as the indigenous and the farm workers and all of that. She is a force.
I don't think anyone has a bigger heart than Carmen Cita.
No, that is true. That is true.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of meeting her several times.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing. There's no off button.
No,
right?
That's true.
That is
That's
true. So, just for the people that are new or might not know, we started in 2005. So we've been doing this for about 16 years. started out very slow, very small, with just maybe one vet, and in a whole day did 25 animals or
Right.
something. Whereas now we are up to 250. We now have our own facility that we moved into in 2015. We raised money on that, and God love it, you know, some people really came through for us. And
Yeah.
Carol went out and found us a fabulous property in Alto Boquete. It's across the highway from Ivans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a sign right there.
There's
Yeah,
a sign on
there's
the
a
If you
street.
sign.
passed Ivans, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And it's also a block up from the bus station,
Right.
which is very, very handy.
Yeah, yeah. And when we started, most of the people that came in with their animals were expats.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'd say probably 90% of the people that come in are Panamanians, which is just a huge change
Yeah.
from what it was when we started. So
Well,
that's a huge cultural shift.
So I'm saying that's a cultural shift
Yeah.
because you know, I know I was told that you know, for the most part, a lot of the locals here, particularly the indigenous, really for a while weren't considering dogs as
right.
pets. They were more
Right.
like utility
Right.
animals.
Correct.
Yeah,
They were animals to
guard
take care,
dogs
entertain
and-
their
and
children.
Yeah.
to bark,
Yeah.
you know, if there were intruders or anything. But you know, these people love their animals,
Sure they
and they
do,
have
yeah.
great names. You know, we've had Taylor Swift and Rocky Balboa, and just some great names. And they're very loving. You know, they might not be perfectly groomed or anything, but you know, these people care
Sure.
about them, especially if they take the time and money to come and see us. We're probably the lowest price spay and neuter clinic
Yeah.
in Panama. We charge $8 for a cat and $15 for
For
a
a
dog,
dog.
and then we pay our vets.
Yeah.
So we don't make money
Of
at our
that,
clinics.
of that 8 and 15, $5 goes to the
Six.
vet, $6 goes to the vet, and of the 15,
It's
12?
12, yeah.
12.
So it's for dogs and cats. So you know, our vets are compensated by us because they're taking time out of their
sure. Yeah.
schedule, their families, whatever, to
Yeah.
come and work for us, and they're fabulous. These guys stand up all day long,
Oh, I know.
and they just get it done, and they're the best. And some of them have, like Dr. Teo has been with us since the very beginning, and he's been just great. But since we do pay our vets and we have to provide all the medicine and the facility upkeep and everything, that's why we're always fundraising, which is what we'll talk about. But you know, we've got to bring it in. We're not making money. We have one paid employee, and that's Rosa, who's our appointment secretary.
and coordinator.
And
Yeah.
And coordinator,
Yeah.
yeah.
that's
Big
a
time.
job. That's
That's
a job right
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Oh gosh, yes. And since we about 2 years ago, Andy Mitchell came to us. Do you know him?
No, I'm afraid I
Oh
don't.
man, he's changed. He's revolutionized
Wow.
what we do. Everything's computerized now. I've got statistics on everything we do.
And you know what?
And
That's as a
it's-
tech person, that's a job right there.
Yeah,
to
he loves it,
organize
too.
all
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
He can tell you how many cats we've done,
Yeah.
how many are males, how many are females,
they came
which
from.
doctor did
Yeah.
it, where did they came from. I mean, if you want any sort of detail, he can tell
Right.
you.
Right.
It's phenomenal. It's
So,
fabulous.
Yeah. So we've got it down. You
And,
know.
and we have an accountant who
Yes.
one time came up with the balance was with 10 cents. We're like, Carrie, 10 cents? She goes, yeah, it was there. I have to account for it.
Right.
well, you know,
So, yeah.
detail, right?
Yeah.
That makes us really legitimate. You know, we're in the almost done with the process of becoming an association
Oh.
here. Right now we're a foundation. When we're an association, that means that the Panamanians, a corporation, whoever donates to us can get a tax break.
Tax break, yeah.
So
tax
that's a really big deal, and it totally, well, it's just one more sort of endorsement of what we're doing.
We are also a 501c3 in the United
the
States.
US, yeah.
So if you're a U.S. person, you can give us a donation deducted from your taxes. Especially in January, it's really handy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
and all that information it's available on our website. We're in the process of sort of updating the website. But,
Well, you know that having all those designations is very important because I have found that although this is an extremely generous community, you know, but a lot of people would like to see, you know, well, where's my money going?
Right.
You know, what's it
yeah.
going for? Is this a legitimate? And I'm not, you know, throwing shade on any of the other organizations here, but for the services that you guys provide, you know, the sterilization and the I know you do deworming. Our rescue came from Amigas
One
de
of the
Animales. She was 2 years old at the time, and her whole life was spent on a 3-foot chain on a concrete block up in Jaramillo, eating whatever she could find. And she was brought to the clinic to be sterilized, and was full of worms and all kinds of stuff. And you guys did a fantastic job, but the people who dropped her off never came to pick her up.
Yeah.
And she ended
That
up,
happens sometimes.
Yeah,
and
it
she
does.
ended up with Lulu.
Right.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lulu's
Yeah.
another great one.
Yeah,
you
to which,
know?
you know, I ended up, well, we've had her for 3 years now.
That's great.
And,
You know, one other thing is we use over 1,000 needles each clinic.
I can imagine.
And all the medical supplies, the gloves, the medicines, down to the most unique, you know, the sutures, we pay for. So
Right.
that's where
Again,
the
that's-
money
that's-
goes
Money
to the
goes,
materials
yeah.
that
Right.
we use.
Yeah.
And if anybody wants to know, on our website, we have our annual report there, and every, like Carol said, every dime is
accounted
accounted
for.
for. So
Especially that last 10 cents.
Yeah, exactly.
right, exactly.
Someone dropped it
Exactly.
on the floor. It wound up.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, we had been working in the schools. One of our bilingual volunteers, well, several of them, had been working in the schools. Of course, that came to a halt.
Yeah.
I don't know when school's going to start up again.
I don't think anyone really knows for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a whole other show right
Yeah.
there.
Boy.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're working with kids, young kids in elementary school, and that's where the mindset changes about how to care for the animals
Sure.
that they...
And I can't remember the name of the one of the volunteers who was doing that.
Sheila Schmidt. Sherry Schmidt.
Sherry
Sherry
Schmidt.
Sherritt.
I know
Sherry
Sheila shit. She's, you know, but yeah, Day
Oops.
had
Sherry
Day had
was doing it,
Yeah,
yeah.
Day had hooked. My wife Day had hooked up with her when she was still in the schools,
Right.
and it was explained to her that starting with the kids will take that
Yes.
knowledge, you know, to the
It does.
parents.
Yeah.
That's how you do a big
Yeah, and
mind
Dave was
shift.
making all these toys. You know,
Yeah.
she's really crafty, right?
Yeah.
So she was making all these dog and cat toys, and going up there with her.
Right.
Right.
And the look on these kids' faces, you know, was priceless. Because
Right.
now, you know, it's not just an animal.
Right.
It
Right.
becomes part of the family.
Well, we found, remember Jenny Allen
Yes.
was doing it, and she was in one of the schools, and she brought in a
Stethoscope.
Thank you.
Yes.
And she had the kids listen to the dog's heartbeat. They're like, "Oh my God!
It's alive."
You know, this is a
Yeah.
living, moving being."
Yeah.
And it was sort of a revelation to them, and that this being needs to be cared for. So that things like that are just amazing. That how you can see them, a light goes on.
Or the time when we had one example was a cat, and we laid out little toy
Oh, right.
kittens to show how many kittens a cat can produce.
Yeah.
And how it multiplies.
Yeah, it's almost
Yeah.
like rabbits.
Yeah.
Almost, if you think about it. This clinic, we're up to 19,000 something.
I was just going to ask, how
yeah.
many have you taken?
19,854.
So basically 20,000.
So
This
this
clinic-
clinic,
That's just-
20,000.
that's just for your
So
clinic.
do the math. Think about it. How many a kitten goes into heat at like 4 to 6 months, and after that, man, they can produce
That
3 or 4.
young?
Yes. Yeah. And so after that, man, they're off. They're producing. So just
we-
think about how many dogs and cats would be running around here.
Yeah.
And when people ask us, how come you're doing a kitten so young? That's the reason. If
Yeah.
we don't get them then, we might
won't
never
see 'em
see them
again.
again.
Yeah,
And then
and the
we
puppies,
see,
too.
We see
Yeah.
other generations of them.
What? How old do you? I know that when I was there were some pretty young pups that were getting.
Yeah, around 2 months is ideal. We've seen them younger, and if they're relatively healthy, we'll do
Still
it
do 'em,
because,
yeah.
like Carol said,
You never know when
we
you're gonna
might
see 'em
not
back.
ever see them again. And,
And
if
these are the
somebody,
ones from the collectors.
yes,
These are
yes,
basically
from out in
strays.
the
They're ferals.
Finkel,
Yeah,
most of them are
Fincas
ferals.
and all around there. You know, when our collectors bring them in, and we do what we can do for them,
Sure.
You know,
because they have a better life.
Years ago, we never saw many cats at the clinic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now our collectors are discovering colonies. And we have people in Boquete, they're hoarders of cats.
Yeah.
They have 40 cats, they have
Wow.
30 cats, and they're not fixed, they're not sterile. So we've been going into those colonies and bringing them in. There's one person in particular, Kirsten, who's just
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Oh, gosh, she's
Kirsten
amazing.
Quingby, she's just fabulous. She rinds them up, she finds them, she brings them in.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, when we started, the first 5 or so years, it was 36% cats and 64 dogs. Now it's 46% cats and 54 dogs.
So it's pretty close to half.
So
and half.
it's
yeah.
it's really, I mean, lately, like you said, thanks to Kirsten and some others, we've seen a ton of cats.
Now, do you guys do the occasional not cat and dog pets?
No.
No,
Not
Okay.
really, no.
No.
Just someone texted me earlier. Hey, do they do like monkeys and
No.
pet monkeys,
Well,
ferrets and stuff like
we
that?
did someone brought a rabbit
A
in
rabbit,
one time
yeah.
to do, and the rabbit died of being scared.
well, yeah.
So we chose, not
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah.
The only occasion is like there was someone that had a cotamundi,
Right.
Uh-huh.
and they lived in Escondido, and they wanted it sterilized. We did not do it at the clinic, but one of the vets actually did do it because
Yeah.
it was a
So
pet cotamundi.
People have those as pets?
Yes.
I wonder
This
how-
one particular person did. Would take it on its golf cart and drive it all around
Wow.
Escondido in the golf cart.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I know that I've read stories about people having raccoons,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
they're not
Oh,
very
geez.
they're not very good pets. 'cause,
No,
you know,
when
they're-
the poor kid, that animal wants to
Yeah.
get out and live. But
So if
Go
would you be able to go through the process at the clinic?
Sure. First of all, right now, you have to register and do that with Rosa, who's our appointment secretary. And that phone number, the best way to contact her is with WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, yeah.
And it's 6563-8686.
Yeah.
And that's been our phone number forever. So
Is that on the
Rose-
website?
Yes. Oh yeah. All of
Because
that
I'm going
is.
to post all that on
It's
the.
on our
Okay.
website, our Facebook page.
Yeah.
You know,
So once they register, then they have to they'll get a WhatsApp or email back from Rosa confirming.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since we've been operating under MINSA guidelines, everybody has to have an appointment time.
Sure.
Used to be before they just flock in.
Line up at the door.
Right.
Yeah.
So now everybody gets a time, and they get a number. And again, thanks to Andy, that tracks them
Sure,
all
yeah,
the way
yeah.
through. And then they go to intake where you worked,
Uh-huh.
and they get weighed.
wait, back up 1 second. When all this information is put in, when they're in registration, they get a tag.
You're
And
still
on-
doing the tag.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Okay,
but
yeah.
the
Oh,
tag
yeah.
is all pre-printed.
Yeah.
So we just take that label and put it on the tags, and then put on the animals.
Right.
And then they go to.
And then that's where they write on it every step of the way.
Right.
So it goes through, and then at the first station where you were, they get weighed and they get the anesthesia. Then they go to the next station where they get pain meds and
vitamins.
Vitamins.
some. Yeah.
And
Well, then
Yeah.
at the end they get more. Then they go, and they're sort of lined up. And as soon as the vet's done with one,
they get
move
shaved.
into the next.
They get shaved and tattooed.
Right.
we
The tattoo
put
in the ear, right?
We also give them pedicure and manicure if they need it.
Yeah.
Ooh, very
Yeah.
nice.
Free
And we
service.
clean their
Posh.
ears.
Yeah.
And we actually.
Can I have that done? I mean,
Yeah, really.
We actually, Rosie, who works that section, will work them over and feel them up and do
Yeah.
all sorts of things to them. And if we notice that there's something not normal with the
Sure,
animal, we will bring the attention to the vet to take a look at while they're there.
Right.
like a lump or
Yeah.
growth
Yeah,
or something.
or if it's something like sometimes we see wounds
Burn
around
marks
the
on
neck.
their necks.
Oh, like
And-
tight chains and collars
Yeah,
and stuff.
and try to. So we'll at the end
Or
talk
skin
to
issues.
talk to the
Yeah.
owners about it, and just again try to educate them on not having a collar so tight and
So when they're at the vets, that's kind of like an assembly line, one out,
Oh,
one
it
in,
is.
one out,
It
one in.
is.
So
It
when
is.
when they finally get the procedure done, that's where they go into recovery.
Then they
No.
go to post-op, and
Post-op.
post-op cleans up the wound, makes sure that it's clean and that everything is okay. That's when they do the first checks
Okay.
on the animals, and they get
Parasite medicine
parasite and something.
and vitamin B12 and
And at this
steroids.
point, the
Yeah.
animals are still
Yes, they're still
sedated.
asleep.
They're still
Yeah, it's still
asleep.
sedated, yeah.
And then they get taxied into recovery, and that's where Carol and I work. And we have the cats laid out on a table, the big dogs
Uh-huh.
are on the floor, and then we massage them because we're trying to massage out, work out all that
The anesthesia. We
Oh,
try.
that's what that's for.
the-
Yeah.
Okay.
We're trying to get the respiration going, get the anesthesia out of them,
Wake them up.
wake
Yeah.
them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we don't let them go until they can hold their head up, or they show signs that they're coming
that they're,
around.
yeah,
Right, right,
everybody gets instructions, and we make sure they're in English and Spanish. They get their after surgery instructions, and also the phone number of Dr. Ocelli and a couple other people that they can call if there's a problem. And unlike we're modeled on Spay Panama, which is that huge
Sure, yeah,
organization
yeah,
in
yeah.
Panama City, and we take it a step further than they do. They don't have people in recovery like
They
we
don't,
do. We're unique in the
Yeah.
fact that we sit there and work with them until
Take their temperatures. They don't take their
Yeah.
temperatures doing any of
yeah,
that stuff.
and have a little bit of interaction with the owners.
And how long does this process take? About. I know that there are exceptions.
Some
30
whiz
minutes?
right through.
Yeah.
The whole process maybe takes all of maximum 20 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, cats are the quickest. There can be from 5
Male
to 10
cats,
minute.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh gosh, I mean,
Yeah.
like I say, Andy's got it down to how long it takes them to do a male cat, a female cat, a male dog, female dog, whatever. And that's how he times out the appointments, because he tries to see and balance it out between the vets and who can do what. But it's a procedure, and we would welcome anybody to come in and see us. It's a procedure, and people are just knocked over by it. It's,
No, well,
it's like Carol said, it's like an assembly line.
I know that when we were there, and this is even before everything was
Yeah.
computerized, it was still very well organized.
It's like a
It
mash
is.
unit.
It
It's
is,
it looks
yeah.
crazy, it looks disorganized, but it's really quite
Boy.
organized, and it's a mash unit.
Yeah.
On Saturdays, we set up in the morning for the clinic on Sunday, and also, so that's what, and I do a training class. So somebody who comes in for the first time just doesn't get thrown in. I
Sure.
walk them through on what to do.
Yeah, I
and et
remember
cetera.
going to those.
Yeah. And also, the other thing is, on our website, you can find the list of doctors, vets, in David and in Boquete, the ones that are bilingual, the phone numbers, et cetera, et cetera. It's all on our website.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you always, not always, but
A lot of
often
times.
Yeah.
you see
People are
on
looking.
Yeah.
on the community group
Yes.
and the
Yeah.
news channel
Yeah.
there for Boquete. Does anyone know a vet?
Yeah.
There's one that lives 3-4 doors down from me. For the life of me, I can't remember his name.
Dr.
Hansel, is it?
Hansel.
Him and his dad
Hansel.
lives there
Yeah,
too,
Hansel,
and his
yeah.
dad's
Yeah.
retired.
Yeah,
And
and he
Hands
comes to you.
Yeah,
Yes.
He's,
yeah,
he's
and
great.
they've actually bailed us out because this is right when the lockdown happened.
Yeah.
And the doctor, he was stuck in Panama City, and his dad was there. His dad's a retired
Right.
vet, as
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
We walked the dog down there, and it was just
Yeah.
it was pleasant. I mean,
Yeah.
as pleasant as a visit to
Right.
the vet can be. But
Right.
so I'm going to put that on the post production promo.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, if
Yeah,
you're
to
looking
check
for
on-
a vet,
check on our webpage.
emergency
Yeah,
vets
there's,
and all that,
you
all
know,
that information. is
On the
there.
top, there are all different
The drop
A
downs.
labels and drop downs, and on the drop down, it has vets within Cherokee.
Right, and it's pretty current too. So
Yeah.
we try to keep that updated.
Well, I mean, it's there's cane toads and there's all kinds of
Yeah.
things that dogs get into
Yeah.
and cats get into. and
We did a class.
I was going to ask you, do you
yeah.
have any training for that?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did a class. We've done it twice now. We did it at the library, and then we did it at
The clinic.
our clinic. And it was caring for your pet in Panama. And we gave people who registered with us, they got a box that had some things that they should have in their first aid kit.
Charcoal,
And also,
peroxide.
We still have that
Yeah,
That-
we still
that-
have
yeah,
it.
we
Yeah.
still have
We
it.
have that available for sale, a whole
Yeah.
kit on what to do.
And that's
It's
on
a-
the website too, right?
I don't think so. If it's
I'm not
we
sure.
will.
You know what? We can post on there what to do because
Well, it comes
says,
up a lot, and
Yeah.
there are a lot of little
Yeah.
tiny critters here that are. You look
Don't
at
I
it.
know, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how
Yeah.
a dog sees a pretty, bright green, a bright yellow frog,
Right.
but I know the first thing we
Yeah.
want to do is touch it. Like, no, don't touch it.
No.
Are you
no.
planning on having that class again anytime
We probably
soon?
will, yeah. We've got a lot of things in the works.
Yeah.
Once we can,
Sure,
we're
yeah.
still working under the guidelines of MINSA and
Yeah.
trying to
Probably will for a
do,
while.
yeah,
Probably
trying to
will for a
do
while.
the best that we can.
So we have a new amazing thing that
Well-
Alicia wants to talk about.
Okay. All right. This is a
well,
what?
last year
What? Put me on the
during
spot, my
during
man.
lockdown,
Yeah.
we realized that it would be helpful if we could take ourselves up to the fincas and the remote areas
Sure.
where people are, and that's where we find the feral dogs, feral cats, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And so we fundraised against that, and we raised $30,000,
Ooh,
bought
nice.
a brand new van.
Bam, right there.
And we will equip it with all the equipment necessary so that we can go out and take ourselves up in the mountains.
So a proper mobile vet.
A
Yes.
proper mobile vet, and that we'll
with,
have a picture
motorized
of that.
Lifts to get the
Yeah.
animal in and out of the van.
There's some
Right.
big dogs out there.
Yeah.
Yes, boy, there are, and it's going to be. I'm not sure when we'll get it going, but soon. It's all ready to go outside. Now we've got to get the inside equipped. But
Yeah.
again, this community has been so generous.
Oh, this just amazes me.
To
This
us.
community completely amazes me.
And to allow us to be able to buy a relatively new
Well
mobile van.
equipped mobile van
Wow.
where we can go out to the Kamaka or go
Yeah.
out to the highlands, wherever.
Right.
And rather than have to shuttle the animals to us, we go
Right.
to them.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
And
when you
just-
get that going, let me know. We'll do a whole show on that. 'cause-
Yeah, well, we'll drive it over here.
Yeah,
so you
drive
can
it over
see
here. I'm
yeah.
sure we can take a camera out there,
Yeah.
and a microphone out there.
We're going to
because
send you photos.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I want those. Definitely want
Yeah.
those. Yeah, because that's something that we've talked about the last show that we had Animali's
Right.
on, and it was kind of a wishful thinking thing
Yeah,
at that point.
yeah.
So it's really good to
And
hear that
yeah,
is.
these things that were on our wish list are they're happening, and now we're right now what our big campaign is to be able to provide the food for the dogs and cats,
Yeah.
and we've for years and years and years we did our vented a patio, and that
Uh-huh.
was our main
Yeah.
source of income, and we realized, geez, we're old. That's hard.
It's a
And
lot.
everybody
That's-
else
I've been to a couple of those.
yeah,
Those,
and,
yeah.
and everybody else started doing them as well. So
Yeah.
now
They
we
copied
have,
our idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now,
And the merchandise got more and more
Yeah.
spread out and
Yeah.
limited.
It just-
I
and
remember
it just.
the last couple that you had, I did security for.
Oh,
and,
yeah, yeah.
It was tight. I mean,
Yeah.
the aisles were like that. Well, I bet it
Oh,
was so
gosh.
well organized
So-
because I remember
yeah.
Day ran one of the tables there, and there was training and there was all
yeah.
setup and all that.
Yeah.
And I guess you kind of like the clinic. When you
Right.
walked in, it looked just like a haphazard mess.
Right.
but
But
It
when
was-
I'm standing
yeah.
way up top, security guy, and I'm just watching everything run smooth.
It took us
people are
6
moving
months
there.
to put that together,
Yeah, it's a
collect the
lot of work.
merchandise.
It was a lot
and
of
when we
work.
lost Ken and Becky,
Yeah.
Ken was the one who would go out and pick up the big stuff, the
Yeah.
foreign stuff.
Yeah.
And when we lost that, it kind of, and then
Well-
our revenue started declining for the amount of work.
Yeah.
Right.
And the quality of the merchandise
Right.
started
Sure.
declining. So,
So,
we decided we had to come up with
we're
a new
doing
ideas.
some new things. One thing we still always do, I want to talk is our calendar. And that'll be ready
Yeah.
probably the end of October, and that'll be out there, and that'll be for sale at the Tuesday market and Sugar and Spice,
Now,
Mike's
What's
mailboxes.
Tuesday? What's Tuesday market?
and we're at the one at the ferry.
The BCP.
Okay,
Yeah.
Or,
all right.
yeah, the
The
BCP.
indoor. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So we'll have that going, and the other big thing is, like we said, since we're not doing the vented a patio, we need another way to raise money.
Sure.
And so Carol has been working on putting together.
And this is where
Casino
we
night.
shift to.
Yeah.
Carol.
Now,
Yeah.
if you all want to swap places,
You wanna be over here?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll put you in the hot
Okay.
seat, and
I liked it over there. I like being incognito.
Well, that's why we moved you over here. Hey, my paisan.
Paisano,
My paisan, yeah. So everybody, this is Carol.
Hi.
Carol, this is everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
So you got some new fundraising things.
Yeah,
that
I'm
you're
the
going
one
on.
who kind of says, opens my mouth and says, let's da-da-da-da, and then went, okay, you're going to do it. I'm going to do it.
No
So-
good deed goes
I
unpunished.
know,
Never,
tell me about
never.
it. So the first thing, we're doing 2 events this year. The first thing we're doing is October 23rd, we're doing casino night,
Ooh.
which we've done in the past. This will be, I think, our 3rd casino night.
3rd or 4th.
Maybe 4th casino
Yeah.
night. So it's October 23rd. It's from 5 to 8 p.m. It's $20, and with that $20, you get $5,000 of Amigos play money,
Ooh.
Funny money.
funny money. You
In
get
Panama? No.
you get appetizers that are being provided by Chris Young, a Big Daddy.
Oh yeah.
He's
Yeah.
doing a special menu for us.
He's great, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Gosh, this is fabulous.
We have some gorgeous, wonderful, sexy cocktail waitresses
Ooh.
that will go around and serve it.
Nice.
We're going to have a cash bar. And since it's casino night, we're going to have blackjack.
Yeah.
We're going to have craps. We're going to have Wheel of Fortune. And we will have a raffle.
Nice.
And in the raffle, we have gotten donations from Panama Red Rum.
Oh yeah.
They are providing a bottle of red rum, a bag of the reserve coffee, 1 bag of geisha, and so that's from Panama Red Rum. Vista Encanto Coffee will be offering 1 pound of dark roast coffee.
Whoa, the best coffee in Panama.
Yeah, I have to say, I might be a little partial here, but I've been drinking that for 2 years
Yeah.
now, and
For those that don't know, my alias is Little Carol, and Carol owns Finca Vista Encanto. Dinner for 4 in Mesa Sur.
it's awesome coffee.
Artwork by Natalie Wallout, who's from Odessa, Ukraine. She's done artwork of dogs and cats. Gift certificate from the Rock Restaurant for breakfast. A Kate Spade bag, brand new purse. Special, then we are going to have an assortment of semi-precious dangling earrings, which I've looked at. And husbands, they make great gifts. So
Husbands do make great gifts.
Yeah.
My wife bought me 30 years ago.
Wow, and look.
And kept me around.
Yeah, so if you say I'm not going to buy that, you also have a wife. So that's my first event, October 23rd. Because of Mensa, we have a limited certain amount of people that we can have. So I suggest you buy your tickets now rather than later. So far, the tickets are available at Mailbox, Mike's, Tuesday Market, and soon to be available at Larry's Place.
Now, these donations that these companies and individuals, the sale from these goes directly to the
Well, they've been donated to Amigos Tamales, so whatever we raffle off, the money goes to Amigos Tamales.
Goes to us.
So you see these here, and you
Yes.
these are in black and white and pink and blue.
Okay.
Their earrings are sterling silver, hypoallergenic. The necklace is sterling silver, and the paw charms on them are
Nice.
I forgot what they are. Anyway, I make these, so I'm going to
Okay.
donate 2 sets of these.
Oh, wow.
Thank
So
you.
you pick what color you want. I have blue, I have pink, I have black, and I have white.
Why don't we do a blue and pink for a boy and a girl?
Blue and pink. All right. So
That's
when I
great.
see you
Thank
maybe
you.
Monday,
Yes.
I'll just
Okay.
they're in little bags. I don't have the fancy stands for them yet, and
Right.
I ordered them.
Okay.
But yeah, and those are you probably get $20 a pop for for each set of those.
And
so that's
Marion-
my gift to the Amigos de Alma.
Marion, the phenomenal
Marion
silversmith,
Torgany.
is making us cat and dog jewelry.
Nice.
So we're gonna.
Yeah.
She
raffle
does
them.
beautiful work.
Yeah.
She does fabulous enamel and inlay.
All right.
So
Cool. Well, add that to your list. A
Thank
pink,
you.
A pink
That's
set
great.
and
Okay.
a blue set.
and if you send me something, I'll add it to our.
Yeah, we'll put it
advertising.
on.
Cool. All right.
And the second thing that we're doing this year will be
Dun dun dun. Drum roll.
it's our 3rd annual Not Raffle fundraiser.
Not raffle.
Right. Our Not Raffle fundraiser.
Yes. And we were talking earlier about fishing. So, we have gotten a donation from fishpanamatoday.com.
Oh yeah,
Shane is up.
Shane's great.
Shane
Yeah,
is giving
it's a
us.
fabulous package.
He is giving us a one-day fishing trip that is for 4 out of his Boca Chica.
Mm-hmm.
We will be having a breakfast and dinner and lodging.
Mm-hmm.
The value is $3,100.
Mm-hmm.
So we're also including 1 night all-inclusive lodging, 1 full day of fishing on our 33-foot World Cat.
Yeah, those World Cats are awesome.
Wow.
They're great
yeah.
boats, man.
And if you want to win, if you win it, and you want to bring someone else, I'm sure Shane would be happy to take some dollars and funds to pay for that.
Sure, yeah.
Um,
No, Shane's good people. He really is.
Wow,
So that
this
was
is
really
a great
sweet.
gift.
Yeah.
And the lodging is on a private island owned and operated on Isla Parita.
Uh-huh.
That's where you'll be staying.
I was
It's-
just there 2 days ago.
It's air
Beautiful.
conditioned,
Cool,
hot
yeah.
water, high-speed internet, comfortable. And Shane, is, as you know, is a really good guy.
He is. He really
The
is.
value of this prize is $3,150.
Yeah.
And
That's
we're
a fantastic. That's fantastic.
gosh,
really.
that
yeah.
is the first prize. And the tickets are $100. We've decided to keep it within Panama before we offer the prize from the United States. But with COVID and everything else, we're doing everything in Panama.
Well, yeah, international travel is a
Yeah.
nightmare right now.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
The third prize is a pound of coffee every month for a year from Esmeralda Coffee.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wow. That's
This-
see now. That's where
Yeah.
it's, that's
I know.
priceless.
That's
priceless.
world class.
Best coffee in pound.
The second prize is something I'm working on. It's not confirmed, but it will be something based on water and Bocas del Toro. That will either be that, or it will be a collection of lodging in different places.
Sure. Cool.
One of the prizes that we're going to include is Finca El Oasis
Right.
has offered a 1-night stay up at her at the lodging.
This is Anna Yancey.
Yes.
yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So it's the rooms are $200 a night, and it includes a zip line.
Oh, nice.
So that we have,
Yeah.
and also the Riverside Inn has offered a night stay with breakfast included.
Another nice.
So
place.
those are second prizes, and one other surprise prize.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we love
Stay
surprises.
tuned to find out. And we are going to start this in January, and it's going to probably start January 1st. And we only do this for a short period of time.
Like what, 6 weeks is it?
We're going to do the drawing Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
women buy it for a honey who can go
Yes,
fishing.
yeah.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
we'll find something for you to do.
Yeah, right. Well, whoever gets that Shane's package
Yeah.
will thoroughly enjoy it.
Yes.
Shane's a stand-up guy. He's got a really flawless operation there, and we know him.
Right.
And he's
Yeah.
that's so
And,
good to hear
well,
that.
it's
Yeah.
the tickets are $100, right?
$100.
And then, but we limit the number of tickets. So
To
your
200.
odds, yeah, is it 200 or
200.
3? Okay.
200.
So you have really good odds
Right.
of winning.
Yeah.
So it's
1 in 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic.
And those will also be available through me January 1st, or you can pre-buy your ticket. And we'll be selling them also at mailboxes, the Tuesday market.
Tuesday market.
Through Mike's probably,
yeah.
Yeah.
and assortment of other places.
So
Yeah.
these two events, are you still looking for, I guess, people to donate?
Well,
Things to
but
do?
what I do need is for casino night, I need 4 more dealers to deal blackjack. We already have 4 dealers, but those dealers want to get up and walk around and enjoy the evening.
Sure.
So I need 4 more dealers that can swap out. So anyone out there that's interested in dealing blackjack for, not the whole time that we're there, but for, we'll switch off and switch on like the casinos do. Come have fun. And
What are the hours? Is it
5 to
5
8.
to 8?
5
Yeah.
to 8, so 3 hours, and we'll serve you food. and you can buy drinks.
Now, do you have to know how to deal blackjack?
Well, yes.
I think
Okay,
that's helpful.
Or
all right. Yeah.
actually, that's helpful, but I can teach you, or any other
Yeah.
dealers that we have can teach you. You just have to know how to count.
Count to 21,
Count
right?
to
You know,
21.
know what splits
and
are
just
and all
know
that,
if,
yeah.
what happens if you both have, a full blackjack.
Well, house wins.
House
House
wins,
wins.
right.
That's,
And-
house wins.
You bet.
And what the dealer holds on.
Yeah.
Holds on.
I had been to a couple of those casino nights, and it was a lot of fun.
They're fun.
Yeah.
We had
They're
a
fun.
lot of fun. That
Yeah.
the Wheel of Fortune was just
Yeah,
a long.
that's
yeah,
always
that
that's a big
yeah.
hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it'll be nice to be able to actually
Do
Go
that.
out.
have an event.
Yeah.
Have a social event.
Yeah.
And since it's the week before Halloween, it's a Halloween theme.
Ooh,
So
even
if you
better.
care to dress up. And we will probably give a prize to the best costume that's there.
Wow,
So,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Everyone
It's
loves
fun.
a Halloween.
So,
costume.
and
Yeah,
all that
party.
information will also be
Yeah.
everywhere.
And
It's
if-
on Facebook, Instagram, and it'll be on the website.
and if you don't want to dress up, that's fine. Just come.
Yeah.
Come however you want,
Yeah.
except with clothes, please.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well-
Nobody wants to see that. right?
yeah. No.
Clothing is not optional.
No.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right.
Although that might be a good event,
Yeah.
in Boca
Well,
somewhere,
I don't
right?
know.
Yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore, I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what are you gonna do, right? But it really is. It's good to see that things are progressing, or opening
Yes.
up a little bit, and I know that like live music has started around town recently, and
Yes.
our illustrious president Nito has hinted that the David Fair,
Oh.
might be a thing,
In March.
in March. So, we all want to be careful, obviously,
Yes.
but we're also getting a little cabin fever,
Yeah.
and these events are more than, they've become now more than just something to do, right? They've become a pathway to
Freedom.
getting
Yeah, a
back
chance
to
to get
normal
out
and
and
to
see
not
your
to feel
friends.
that to
Yeah.
do that. And I know the casino nights are a lot of fun.
Yeah, they are a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
The last time I went, I lost all of my magic money.
Thank
But,
you.
that's
Yes.
fine.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was,
if you lose all your money, we will sell you more money.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
possible.
we've got
Yeah.
a nice little
Yeah.
caja
Yeah.
right there where
Yeah.
you can
That's
buy more
right.
money.
Yes.
So you guys who gamble regularly, this is not a situation where the house is going to comp you. All right, it doesn't work that way here.
Well,
Yes,
You
we're
gotta buy
very
the
happy
money.
to take your funds.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
we take greenbacks
Yes. Greenbacks.
and Martinelli's.
Martinelli's too.
Yes.
So all right. So we got the what's the date again on the
October
on the,
23rd, 5 to 8. It's a Friday night.
So that's literally
That's
weeks away.
soon, yeah.
5-6 weeks away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be there for that.
Okay. And
Good.
as I said, I need dealers for blackjack. So contact me at cardinalisantana.com.
or if I'm the head of
Why don't you text me
volunteers.
all
Yeah.
the web all that, and I'll
Right.
put it in the
Okay.
I'll
Right,
put it
yeah,
in there.
because
Okay.
people
piece of
can
cake, yeah.
contact me if they want to volunteer,
Right.
and so I'll give you my
Yeah.
card when we're done, and you can have that.
Now the non-raffle
The non-raffle
excuse me,
fundraiser.
the non-raffle
Right.
fundraiser. That starts on
January 1st.
so New Year's Day,
Year's-
basically, and you said
Yeah.
that goes about 6 weeks.
Yeah, we'll do the drawing Valentine's Day.
Now, how do you purchase these? It's $100 a ticket, right?
Right.
Right.
We have an organization that we're working with. You want to tell them about?
Well, we've been working with this organization called Network for Good, and they will help us set this up and get us our tickets and give us support for all of this. So this is still a work in process right now. We'll put the information out there and let you know how you can donate. But these also will be, if people are buying from the U.S., they're U.S. tax deductible.
Sure, yeah.
And
It would probably, last year what we did is we did on our website also.
Yeah.
They could buy on the website.
Oh, okay.
And,
Well,
and what
yeah.
we did in the past, and I guess because we're working for Network for Good might do differently, but in the past, if someone bought a ticket and they weren't here, I took a photo of the ticket and sent it to them
Right.
so they knew their number and whatnot.
Sure.
And we kept a record of everything in case they lost their ticket. We knew who they were and we could
Yeah.
contact them.
yeah,
And
we
the
have
fact-
PayPal.
Yeah, we have PayPal. Last year, the winner was in the United States, and this prize is good for 1 year.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask,
Yeah.
is there
Yeah.
a
It's good
limit
for
on
1
that?
year.
Good for 1 year.
Yeah, a blackout time it does,
They'll have
Yeah.
dates on there.
yeah, can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good for 1 year, because if someone should win it from the United States, that'd be great, and they need time to get here and plan it.
Well,
et
sure,
cetera, et
yeah,
cetera.
and
So
you
yeah,
know,
it's 1
as
year.
we said, international travel is
Yeah,
a
it's
nightmare.
not
right
as
now.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right, and again, this is all tax deductible,
Right.
and it's all for obviously
Right.
a very very good,
Right.
very very good cause. And I wanted to ask just a couple of questions. I know we're getting down to about the last 10 minutes here. The clinic itself, the actual clinic, is over at the Anomalis building across
Yes.
from.
Yeah.
The volunteer, excuse me, the volunteer staff over there, the people who come and work intake and do all of that, I forgot how you get involved in that, because I was friends with Ken.
Right.
Right.
And so he just
We
said,
still miss
yeah,
Ken.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Contact Alicia.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Contact Alicia. Contact me. Go to our website. Any of those areas.
Right.
I'm always around.
Yeah. And can you pick what area you want to work in, or is that something that is
It
okay?
depends.
We're going to put you
It
in?
depends. If you are just new and you just think you want to volunteer, we'll probably put you in recovery.
In recovery, yeah.
If you are a retired nurse or doctor or vet or whatever, you can work in pre-op, post-op, assist the vets, any of those things. And not only that, but we also need people all year long who can donate food, because we feed everybody
Yeah.
there.
Right.
If you
You
want- if
had
you can
mentioned
cook-
that in the beginning of the
If you
show.
can cook and you don't
We're-
want to come to the animals, but you
Right.
want to support us, bring us a food donation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to work in the kitchen, we always need kitchen staff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also, besides doing the clinics, you can come behind the scenes and do stuff with us behind the scenes.
And I was going to ask you, I
Right.
know that the clinics, this is your exposure to the community, but obviously a lot goes on,
Before
Yes.
before and
Yeah.
after. So, what are some of the things that,
Well,
I know that Ken had said, if you want to work intake, it helps if you're a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuerte, right? So-
we always need guys as taxis.
now, what are the taxis?
Taxis, well, once the animal is anesthetized, it can't walk, it can't function. So we need somebody to take and carry this animal from where it's been tattooed over to the table with the waiting area, to the vet, from the vet to post-op, and from post-op to recovery.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, some of these animals, they can't walk.
Sure.
So we have to carry them out, or the owner has to carry them. And if they're a 90-pound dog or 70-pound dog, we put them in a sling and we carry them out. So that's where you hear me scream in the clinic, taxi!
Excuse me. Oh, yeah. No, I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember
So
that.
that's what a taxi is.
And your voice carries, by the way.
Yeah, believe it or not, for such a little thing.
Yeah.
Then the other thing is behind the scenes. With social media being what it is these days, we luckily have somebody who's volunteered to step up and work with our website. But when I start doing the marketing and the for the fundraiser, I'm going to have to need someone to help me do social media for the fundraiser. So if someone who doesn't want to come to clinics but wants to help Amigos de
Yeah.
Animales, we need social media people, marketing
Graphics
people, graphics people that can have ideas. If you have an idea, we're open to whatever. I mean, we're not a closed knit group. We want people to volunteer. We want people to put input. I mean, you might have a better idea than I do, and I don't want to invent the wheel. If you got an idea that's got to go for it, let's do it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
actually very refreshing to hear, because, and not so much here, but the organizations that I was involved in, my wife and I were involved in the States, they were that way, unfortunately. They didn't want to take any outside help. And, they were offered legal help from lawyers that were going to donate their time, from graphic artists, from technical people, from vets, nurses, and with ideas.
Right.
And they wouldn't budge on that. And that's a shame.
No,
because,
we are
there's-
very welcoming,
Yeah.
and we'd love to work with anybody. If you want to work at the clinic, like I say, you can contact me. Carol does a class usually around 10 o'clock on the Saturday before, the day before the
And we
clinic.
do setup. Setup
Yeah.
takes us a while.
And yeah, because we have to. We
Yeah.
put up like 6 or 7 tables for the cats.
Sure, yeah.
We have the floor all laid out to receive the dogs. We have to set up the tables for surgery. The pre and post-op people have to prep their needles.
Right.
There's a lot that goes on. I mean, we work on this.
And I remember you
all
used
month
to
long.
you used to be able to choose whether you wanted to volunteer in the mornings
Yes.
or the afternoon.
Yes.
That's a
Yeah.
long day.
Yeah.
If you want to do all day or you want to do
Yeah.
half days, whatever, we're
Yeah.
we're just happy to have you.
There's a gentleman in town. Unfortunately, I don't know his last name, but his name is Sal, and he brought his dog in to have his procedure. And he was so grateful that at the end of every clinic, he comes in with his broom and he sweeps the
Sweeps
floor.
everything up.
Yeah,
And
he's-
that's his way
yeah.
of paying
Wow.
back.
His
and doing
name is Sal. I think I profiled him on
Yeah.
one of our newsletters.
Yeah. Wow.
And also, people, all our information we try to put out there on the newsletter that we put out once a month. But Sal, that's just what, I mean, Carol's right. Every month, there he
Yeah.
is with his little broom, and
Yeah.
he just sweeps up, and,
And
he's
it's
just
fabulous.
Yeah.
I look forward to Sal. I
Yeah.
see Sal in the street. I'm like, hey, how you doing? You
yeah,
coming this week?
yeah. I mean, what a great thing to
and,
do.
and actually, people don't realize that we do feed all those volunteers. And how many volunteers do we have at a clinic? Nowadays.
Upwards of 50
Yeah.
at least.
No, I remember- I remember
in
that.
the
Good
back in the
food, too.
day.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
food too.
one of our volunteers, a new guy, said at the end of the clinic, "That was the best meal I've had since I got in Boquete."
Right?
Oh, and I have to give a thank you, a wonderful hug and cheers for Mike's Global
Mike's
Grill.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah,
Heidi and
Mike.
Mike, every
month.
clinic,
Yeah.
they bring us pizzas
Oh,
for the
man.
vets.
For the vets,
And the
they
vets
are-
look
yeah,
so
they're
forward to
thrilled.
it.
Yeah,
And the volunteers aren't supposed to swipe one, but,
But they
sometimes
might
you
sneak
just can't
over
help
there.
yourself.
There's an extra
Right.
piece there.
Yeah,
There
right.
is now.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Now, mention feeding, and you have to forgive me because my memory is not what it used to be. But is Amigos de Animales the organization that has the feeding stations
No,
around town?
No.
that's
Okay.
Amigos de Boquete.
Okay, all right. all right.
We're Amigos de Animales
Yes, that I know,
Boquete.
yeah.
So that office,
I've had
I
so
know
many.
that.
I have
Yeah,
had
I
so many
know.
groups on here,
Yeah,
and I try
my-
to give voice to all the
Right. My
the
husband
shelter.
works at Amigos de Boquete,
Okay.
and their office is in the
Alto Dorado Plaza.
Alto Dorado Plaza.
Well, we need to have him on the show.
Yeah, and Dallas Dennis, who
Yeah.
really runs the program, and she works with the schools and gets food to the schools, and they've actually been bringing food to families now since there's no
Oh,
school.
there's a whole other show right there.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
always fascinated by that,
Yeah.
by the feeding station.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist in the States or in
Right.
Canada or really anywhere
Right.
in North America.
Right.
So,
Well, actually,
you know.
I don't know if they still do, but they had a feeding station in Escondido too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Joan James used to do it.
Oh,
for
you
the
mean
cats.
for the cat? Oh,
Yeah.
sure. We have feeding stations all over
Yeah.
that Kirsten and all her volunteers work at, and they go. And Martha Miranda's another one who
Yeah.
just
Martha's
does.
been around forever, and she's fabulous.
She was
She's-
our original appointment secretary.
So Carmen Sita's up here, then Martha comes
Well,
in.
yeah. I don't think anyone's going to touch Carmen Seaton.
No,
I mean, she
no.
comes in with
Yeah,
truckloads.
but
Yeah.
Martha's pretty good at rounding up and knowing every dog in town.
And she
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she
So
does.
she's our Boquete Town know-it-all of all the animals. Who's what?
Well, there's a significant amount of strays in my little Panamanian neighborhood there, and it is right. The vets in the neighborhood too, and they're friendly. They're
Yeah.
not.
Are they actually strays,
they're-
or are they
well,
they going for a walkabout?
Well, they're. I don't. Obviously, I can't give you a yes or no, but they're always out in the neighborhood.
At night are they out, or are they gone at night?
No, they've been out, and the only reason I know they're out at night is because my dogs let me know they're
Oh,
out at night.
right.
So what
Yeah.
we have done, Day and I have done, is we have this 2-story dog house, and in the morning, if you see these 2 or 3 dogs, we open our gate and we put food out, and then they'll come in and eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one of them is so sweet, but again, I don't know 100% if someone
Right.
owns
Have
it
they
or
been
not.
fixed?
I have no idea.
So
Right.
look in their ear.
Ooh.
See if they have a tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Or
right.
see if it's a male, see if he has a jewels.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
it's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Hey, dude.
Right.
All right, you're good. But yeah, there's probably about maybe 10 or 12 of them that I see in the neighborhood there that are just out all the time, and they're not vicious. They're not,
Right, and
they
it
don't-
sounds like people they don't look sad and starving.
Well, one of them looked pretty, ribby.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah.
now
could be
she-
parasites.
She looks okay, but
Yeah.
I'm always so concerned about that.
Right.
You know, we fostered a couple of dogs, and we've gotten the rescue Camila,
Right.
but I don't see as many strays as they did when we first got here. But obviously through the pandemic,
Yeah,
it picked
they're
up a
out
little
there.
bit.
They're
It
out
picks
there.
up
They're out
there,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I know Carmencita does a lot of the collecting up in
Up-
Jaramillo
yeah.
and up in
Yeah.
theirs.
And she actually goes all the way to the Kamaka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess you got people that do it in Bajo too.
Oh yeah.
We also in El Frances,
Yeah.
and we also get collectors from David
Wow.
because
Right.
we have the least expensive
But
clinic.
yeah, we do. But we've tried to, since we've had this backlog, get the David people. There are clinics
There
in
are
David.
clinics in David.
We are the least
Okay.
expensive, but most of our people come from, according to Andy, 57% of the people that bring animals in are from Boquete
From
proper,
Boquete,
and
yeah.
then Delega, David, Bugaba, Caldera.
So they come in
Jail.
all the way from Bugaba.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And God love them. There they
Yeah.
are. With,
Well, it's,
with
it
their
really
animals.
is important. I mean, I've learned so much from you guys and from the other. I had Los Meninos Cat Sanctuary
yeah,
on
yeah.
here, and of course Heist was on the show once, and
Yeah.
been really trying to get him back here, but his schedule is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
We'll do an evening show. He'll come.
Yeah.
I'll
Serve
bring
him
him a beer.
drink. Yeah,
Bring him a
right.
beer.
Give him a beer.
But I've learned so much, over the past few years from all these really wonderful organizations how important it is to, to get these animals sterilized, to get them healthy, to get
Right.
the worming in them, to get the
Parasite.
parasites and. Our wonderful, fantastic engineer here, Boulevard, just gave me the finger, the one finger. We got a
One
minute
finger.
left. So before we close off, let's just sum up real quick. Okay, the casino.
October 23rd. Tickets available at mailboxes, Mike's Global, BCP, and you can contact me and I'll deliver a ticket.
Right.
And we need blackjack. You need blackjack dealers.
We need 4 blackjack dealers.
Right.
Okay, and upcoming is the auction. Not the auction.
No, the casino night, and then
there's the
yeah.
raffle,
The raffle.
non-raffle,
Raffle.
raffle.
Starts in
January
1st.
1st, and the drawing will be Valentine's Day.
All right.
Right. And
So,
then
go
the
ahead.
next clinic is September 26th,
Uh-huh.
6563-8686 for a reservation. And that's to Rosa, and she'll get the process
And that's
Bring
started.
over.
food.
And that's over
Yeah.
at the clinic across from Ivans. There's a
Yes.
sign right there.
Yes.
It says
Yep.
Amigos
Yep.
de
Yep.
Animales.
And there's a map on our website.
Yes.
All right. Well, Carol, Alicia,
Thank you.
thank you
you.
so very much for joining us today. You've been
Pleasure.
listening to Boquete Now Talk Radio on Radio Cherokee 103.3 FM, sponsored by Big Daddy's Grill in Boulder. Not Boulder 54, ACCB. They used to be a sponsor. Thank you, everyone, for your time and attention. We will see you next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, Al.